Hey y'all. So I just done stumbled upon this video where this woman is asking this man out, and the bill comes to $320, everyone. And I don't know exactly what happened. I only watched just a couple of seconds of it. We're gonna watch this together. We're gonna look into it and see who's right, who's wrong, who's indifferent. So come on, y'all, let's go.
All right, so let me get this straight. You invited me out to come to eat, and that was not even my idea. That was your idea, right?
Okay, and the problem is?
And I'm offering to pay half, but you want me to pay the whole thing?
I'm the woman. I shouldn't have to pay anything. Yeah, I invited you out
The
because I wanted to
hell?
go out. That doesn't mean I have to pay.
Excuse me.
No, this was your idea. Actually, I don't even have to be a gentleman to pay half of it.
Because you're going to pay it all.
The entitlement of this lady, y'all. Like, just because you're on a date doesn't mean the man should pay. I'm sorry, okay? Whether he asks you or not, don't always expect a man to pay, okay? I had to learn that in my own life.
But this was your idea to come out. You're the one that invited me out.
And you're the man, so you have to pay the bill.
Says who?
Says me. What do you mean?
In what book is that written in?
It doesn't have to be written. That's just a rule.
This is my card right here. I'm
What
trying to
rule?
tell
For
you.
who?
I'm gonna pay half of the bill. How much is it? Hold on.
You pay the whole bill or you sleep on the
300 and
couch.
300 and...
You pay the whole bill or you
He
sleep on
won't
the
even
couch.
be on the
I ain't even
couch.
trying to go to your house. I'm trying to go home. How about that?
All that take your motherfucking ass home though, but you still
Damn
paying this damn
right.
bill.
$320, and I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna pay half of it. And you telling me to pay the whole thing?
Yeah.
When it was your idea to take me out?
Yeah.
Because of what again?
Because you're the man and you're responsible for the bill.
I'm about to take my card back in my...
If I were him, at this point, I wouldn't even pay for none of it, okay? I would have been like, man, let me just put my stuff back in my pocket and head up out this door. Because now you pissed me off and I ain't paying nothing. When he's willing to pay half of a $320 bill, I bet you anything she's the one who like racked up most of that bill too. So come on now.
Wallet, because it's some bullshit right there.
I guess
See,
you guys should be
this is why
washing
I'm trying to
dishes.
tell motherfuckers, man.
I guess
They
you're
don't
gonna be
listen.
washing dishes then. Because I'm leaving.
Who washing dishes?
You.
Where? Shit. You're the one that was ordering all this shit. See all this shit over here?
Didn't I just say
You the one that
y'all?
was ordering all that shit. I ain't got nothing to do with that. That's your problem, not mine. And I'm still trying to offer. I'm gonna pay half of it. Are you gonna pay half?
No.
Didn't I just tell y'all that she racked up most of that bill? She did. And he's being a gentleman by saying, look, I'll pay half the bill for you. Okay, I'll pay half of it, but you're going to fork out some money too. There is nothing wrong with that at all, y'all. There ain't nothing wrong. He's being nice. Because this lady done pissed me off. I would have walked the hell out. I mean, come on. If a man did that to me, psh, please. Okay.
I ain't paying me. Excuse me. Time to go.
Time to go where? I'm putting my car in my back in my wall. What the fuck?
Well, but I guess they're gonna call the police
Call the police on who?
on you.
It was your idea. You the one that...
You got
One,
proof for that?
You see all these fucking plates?
You got proof for that?
Fuck out of here. Nigga. I don't even know what the fuck. Yo, see, this is bullshit I'm always talking about. Women think because you're the man, you gotta pay for it. But they wanna be independent black women, right?
Yeah, why is it that women want to be so independent, but then depend on a man for, like, I don't understand women like that. Okay, I don't depend on a man for nothing. I go do what I need to do for myself. This lady is so entitled. She thinks just because she asked a man out, he should pay for everything. First off, you asked that man out. Okay, so you should be paying everything because technically, isn't it the person who asked the other person out on a date, then they're supposed to pay or whatever. I'm just saying, if I ask a man out, I always pay because I got it. So it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? What? If somebody asks me out and all of a sudden we get to the check, and this has happened before, y'all, where they don't have it all. They don't have all the money. I go ahead and I pay for it. Now, if that's the first date, trust and believe they'll never hear from me again. But if it's somebody, I've been dating for a little bit and they're like, oh, I didn't know the check was going to be that much. Okay, I'll go ahead and pay for that. I have no problem with that because I have my own money like that. Okay. But don't ask somebody out on a date if you don't have the money or if you are expecting them to pay. Okay. Because that's on you. That's your own stupid little fubility or whatever you want to call it. Okay. So don't blame that on nobody else.
You're independent. Why don't you pay for the shit?
Don't come for me.
Yeah, she's paying for it.
Okay. She's paying. You're making
She's
her
definitely
pay
paying for the whole thing.
You're making her pay?
Yep. She is.
Doesn't seem right.
Damn right.
What do you mean it's not right?
Doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem right.
You could split.
That lady don't know nothing. Yeah. I don't know why that waitress said, oh, that don't seem right. Okay, then you obviously don't know the whole situation that happened, okay, and that transpired up in this bee, okay. She should be paying the whole thing, in my opinion. Let me know down in the comments below. But I think she needs to be paying that whole bill. He shouldn't be paying nothing. She asked him out. And then with the entitlement and the attitude that she had, y'all, please. Please, if a man did that to me, I would have done been out of there. Okay, I would have done been out of there. I would have not have been sitting around listening to them out. Okay, I ain't got time or patience for that kind of shit. Okay, let me tell you. But let me know your comments below. Would you pay for it? If you ask the person out, or do you still expect that other person to pay? I'm curious because maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm weird where if I ask somebody out, I will foot the bill. But if they ask me out, I expect them to foot the bill. But at the same time, y'all, I do not ever take advantage of somebody and have stacks and stacks and stacks of plates. Okay. No, I'll get one drink, maybe two, depending on if there's a special, because I am very cognizant when someone else is paying. And then I get me a meal. But I always check the price and I always get something that's on the cheaper side because I know somebody else is paying for it. If it's me paying for it, I don't give a damn. Okay, I'll get whatever I want. But if it's someone else, I'm always looking at the cheaper options, no matter where I go, because I want to be mindful of that individual and show them that I respect not just their money, but their time as well. So I'm just saying, y'all, I could go on for hours about this now. Okay, but let me know in the comments. I see, I don't know, my camera is. I see Roxy got up, y'all. She's doing something here. She's just laying down. But she just wanted to move. But anyways, y'all, let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking. Would you expect the woman to still pay if she is the one that, asked to go on the date? Or do you think the man should pay whether he asked or not? So if the woman asked, should the man still pay? Let me know your comments below because I'm really interested in knowing whether I'm alone on this little ship that I'm on or if other people are, right with me. So let me know, y'all. See you guys on the next one. Bye.